My wife announced she wanted a divorce with the same ease as requesting another cup of coffee. After 15 years of marriage, she delivered the news across our kitchen table with a detached air. No tears, no reasoning, just a blunt declaration. I'm done. I've met someone else. Her eyes were steady, expectant, as if waiting for me to erupt in anger or collapse in desperation. Instead, I met her gaze with a calm smile. If that's your choice, I said, signing the divorce papers without a flicker of hesitation. My composure rattled her more than any argument could have. She thought I was giving in, but I was merely setting the stage. 15 years of shared moments, laughter and quiet evenings, whispered vows in the stillness of night, dreams woven together, had felt like a foundation. I provided her with a home, stood by her through every fleeting passion, and offered unwavering devotion she never truly reciprocated. Yet, when I noticed the subtle shift, clandestine messages, a new coldness in her touch, I knew it wasn't just another man. It was a deliberate replacement. The sting of betrayal paled next to the insult of her underestimating me. She assumed I was oblivious, weak. But when I followed her one evening, tracing her path to our favorite restaurant, to our booth, and saw them together, clarity washed over me. She was playing a game, but I was already steps ahead. I didn't confront her that night. Outbursts squander strength. Silence sharpens it. Instead, I observed, gathered details, and pieced together the truth. I learned about him. A cocky man whose arrogance outstripped his judgment, grinning as if he'd already claimed victory. Digging deeper, I uncovered her deepest secret, one she never thought I'd find. Our daughter, 15 years old, my heart, my reason for enduring. She was my everything. Early on, I'd had fleeting doubts. Her features didn't quite echo mine. Love had clouded my suspicions, but a DNA test shattered the illusion. She wasn't mine. She was his. That truth turned my grief into steel. I met with a lawyer, composed and methodical. We reshaped the landscape, finances, custody, her carefully curated image. She thought she'd walk away unscathed, but I dismantled her safety net, severing every shared asset, locking every account. I left her with only the facade she cherished. Then I waited for the perfect moment, her celebration. The night she planned to revel in her newfound freedom with him at the restaurant where she'd once pledged her life to me. The irony was exquisite. I entered the restaurant with deliberate calm, each step precise. They were mid-laugh, clinking glasses, her face radiant as it once had been for me. His hand rested on hers, his smirk bold as if he'd claimed a treasure. When they noticed me, her smile faltered, his grew sharper. I approached their table, exuding a stillness that unnerved them. "Here's to your liberation," I said, placing an envelope before them. His eyes narrowed, her fingers trembled as she opened it. Silence engulfed them as she read. Her face paled, lips quivering soundlessly. His confidence wavered as he grabbed the papers, scanning the DNA results. Proof he was the father of the daughter she'd let me raise for 15 years. Proof her life was built on deception. The restaurant grew quiet, curious eyes turning their way. She stammered, "Please, it's not." But her voice cracked. His arrogance dissolved into rage as he pushed back his chair. "You said she was his?" he spat. Her hand reached for him. He recoiled. Whispers rippled through the room, their perfect image crumbling in moments. I stood steady, watching their world unravel. "You wanted freedom," I said, my voice soft, almost kind. "Now it's yours." Then I turned and left, leaving them to drown in the wreckage of their lies. Outside, the night air felt crisp, cleansing. I was lighter than I'd been in years. Revenge, people think, is loud, shouting, chaos. They're mistaken. True revenge is precise, quiet, leaving no trace on your hands. Only silence where chaos once reigned. I lost a wife who was never truly mine, a daughter who was never mine to claim. But I gained clarity, control, and freedom defined by me. She demanded a divorce. I delivered devastation. He inherited the weight he'd once ridiculed me for bearing. 15 years were stolen from me, but now the rest of his life is stolen from him. I have no regrets. Justice doesn't always come from courtrooms. Sometimes it comes from a quiet man with a steady resolve, a sharper intellect, and the patience to wait for the perfect strike. When it came, I didn't just reclaim revenge. I reclaimed myself.